Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in support of this legislation. I hear my colleagues on the other side of the aisle talking about our children, our grandchildren, our future. And if they truly care about the next generation, they would support this measure as well. Because the reality is we cannot continue down the path that we're on. Right now, we are seeing Republicans take over this House from a body that, with complete control with the President, chose the Democrats to add $10 trillion in new spending in just 2 years. Today, we are facing a debt-to-GDP ratio of 121%, completely unsustainable. When I was born in 1980, it was 35%. And the debt at that time was $900 billion. Today, it's $31.4 trillion. And yet all we hear from the other side is that they want to spend more, they want to tax more, they want to create more programs to make people dependent, instead of giving people the opportunity to determine their own future and to live the American dream. We are talking about legislation on our side that will save the American taxpayer $4.5 trillion. Hard-working people, each and every day, they get up, they go to work, they sacrifice tremendously, some working 2 or 3 jobs, and they pay taxes to the government so they can be responsible with it, not throwing it around on all sorts of stuff that we don't need, such as COVID funds that have gone unspent. We just came out of a hearing in COVID subcommittee where we talked about in just education, $190 billion that was earmarked to reopen our schools, which they didn't use to reopen our schools, and then 15% of it was only spent as of November. We're talking about saving the taxpayers $30 to $60 billion right there, $50 to $60 billion right there, just by reclaiming those funds. Biden's IRS army. This is what the other side proposes. How they want to tax people more. They want to take more of the hard-earned taxpayers' money. That's how they plan on paying down our debt, not by having pro-growth policies that stimulate our economy, that help us grow, help companies expand so they can create more jobs. No, they don't want pro-growth policies that are good and for prosperity for our country. They want to continue to hammer people and continue to tax them, nickel and dime them at each and every turn. By just repealing the IRS army, $71 billion right there. What about the Green New Deal tax credits? Okay, this is a good one. Hundreds of billions of dollars. Thank you.
Gentlelady is recognized for an additional 1 minute.
Thank you. Hundreds of billions of dollars in tax credits that actually go to, in some cases, it can go to, and it will go to, we're already seeing that, Chinese companies. Companies that are affiliated with the Chinese Communist government, all while destroying American energy here at home. Reliable, affordable American energy. And that is the reason, by the way, the destruction of that industry by the left is the reason why we're seeing costs of energy skyrocket for American families, as well as food costs skyrocket for the American families. The spending and the anti-energy policies that they've put forward in the 2 years when they had complete control is the reason why we see so much hardship for American families today. And so the last thing is, well, work requirements are a good thing. People should want to participate and contribute to our economy. It will help the labor shortage issues that we're seeing, while giving people the ability to self-determine their future.